I found the two concepts of war and music intertwined to be very interesting. Usually we don't combine these two thoughts. We think that they contradict, not go together. And so I really enjoyed how the author was able to tell this story of war through the lens of music. Two values that I saw repeatedly through the play was, first of all, desperation. We see characters at times of tragedy or struggles that they're faced with a perspective of desperation. As Elliot was dying, for a while he almost gave up. And also we see desperation as his dad broke down when confronted with his stories. When Elliot came back, he was like, "Okay, Dad, I've seen what you've seen. Now tell me your stories." He wanted someone to relate with, but his father was unable to do that. The second value was honor. We see characters wanting to honor their country, but also honor their family as well. When Elliot was in a news interview, he was asked, "Why did you do this? Why did you go to Iraq?" He said he wanted to honor his father. He also wanted to honor his country, which is why he wanted to go back to fight. He wanted to fight for his nation. One word that I was not sure of when I first read through the play was suruyito, and it's actually fried cornmeal sticks, a dish that's from Puerto Rico. And this word came up as he was going back to Iraq, and they said that these were in his bag in a paper towel, all greasy from being fried. And this also relates to the idea of multicultural literature. There are several references to Puerto Rico and their culture throughout the play, and I really liked how the author also combined this idea of diversity and multiculturalism into American military, because typically when I think of soldiers, the American military, my mind goes to white men. But that's not the case in this. The author intentionally has this story through the lens of Puerto Rican heritage. And we see this from the food they eat, from the music they listen to, from the stories they tell, and specifically from the grandpa's stories about actually living in Puerto Rico. And then a fugue is a type of arrangement that starts with one melody, one beautiful melody, but then others are started to add in minor, major keys. And at first it's chaos. It's this sharp sounding, flat sounding, major, minor, and you don't know what's going on, which is really similar to the story itself. At the beginning, I didn't know who was who, what story they were telling, what war they were in. It's confusion. But then by the end, somehow the author or the conductor, they intertwine them into one beautiful masterpiece, which is really what this story is in the end. There's some things that are unresolved. We don't know what happens to Elliot or how his relationship with his father turns out, but in all, it's a beautiful story. My two questions are, first, do you think it was selfish of the father to not share his stories with his son after the son had faced war when coming home? And the second question, the beginning of the story was filled with confusion of different characters and stories. Do you think this confusion and messiness enhanced the quality of the play? Why or why not? Thank you.